Christmas in the Old Church. This is Dean Brindley, Jim Muir, B.B. Neely, and others in the background. They're singing Christmas songs.
This is Gary Wilson, son of Dale Wilson, who has lived around Morse Mill all of his life.
This is this is David Wiley, and this is the legs of Janet Brindley and then Gail Muir. Remember, this was our first film with this movie camera. And of course, Santa Claus. That's Irene back there. This is Norma Wiley, her dad, Mr. Weidman, and brother Blake, H. Blake. And then Paul Dean Wiley. And then there's several of our older members, a boy from Morse Mill, Santa Claus, the DeWeese girl. This is Jeannie and Irene and brother Muir and Jimmy, Ralph Lee, Edna May, Norma Wiley, Winthy Wiley, then Linda DeWeese, Bernice DeWeese, Ray. This is up at our house, Lucille and Bill's house. And this is me with all the confusion.
And put your voice on it, beginning with Lucille.
Then I wash up the dishes after everybody leaves, but we really had a good time. Usually I like that job. That's before we had dishwashers. This is down at church. This is the Hutchison boy, and you will see Grandpa Wiley and others. Maybe you'll recognize some of them. These boys have grown up so that it's even hard for some. There's Sharon Kernut in the little red outfit. There's Jeannie Muir back there. There's Ray DeWeese waved at us. There's the Brindleys. That was Pauline coming down the steps. This is Gail Muir. Sharon again. Here comes Norma Velan with Butch when he was a baby. Mrs. Hutchison. This is one of our Grandview teachers that attended there for a while. Mrs. Valley. And Mrs. Whitehead. This is Ralph Lee. There's Irene Muir and Jimmy. This is a sign we made back the 50s by Bill to represent the open Bible. That's Brother Muir and Brother Blake and Winthy Wiley. We now have the basement, if you notice, in the background. That was Grandpa Wiley. Here is the dedication of the basement. And this is that morning. This was Easter morning. It was really in March because they all had their birthdays. It's Sharon, Gail, Irene, and then this was our choir. Our birthdays, a lot of them in March, our church. This was our youth choir. It was very active, and they really enjoyed it. Brother Muir, you can see that he is getting to be in very poor health. The Harrisons, Grandpa Wiley, Hutchisons, their whole family there. There will be some of them that I can't name offhand right now because it's been too long. There's Bill Kernut back there. He had some hair then. I want you to notice our attendance at that time, 47, enrolled 83. We're now in the 200 bracket. This is Mr. Valley and Winthy Wiley. This is Nationally Baptists Like to Eat, and here we are having a dinner. That's Mrs. Irene Wilson, Irene Muir. That's Edna. To our backs was Mrs. Sparks. This is some of our specials that came in. This is Mr. Blake from the children's home. And sometimes he would bring people out too. This is some more of the relatives of people that came and had special music. This is the Muir relatives, and Irene was singing with them. This was a big day in our history. We had all worked hard to get this basement done, but we'd already outgrown it. So we're looking forward to going on up. We still have the old church yet that we're having Sunday school classes in. You will notice some of the people from Cedar Hill area was there to help us rejoice. The picture that was just in your left was Mr. Muir's brother. There is Mabel Sparks going towards the back. If you'll notice, there are always people walking in front of your camera, so sometimes you can't get their faces. That's Norma and Butch. He was a cute little boy at that time. We had a lot of pretty flowers that was brought in for that dedication. We really rejoiced. This is the Muir boy and the Wiley boy. They were a pair. Now we're they're counting their money. Now this is the Muir family at that time. Brother Muir and Irene, Jeannie, Gail, and then little Jimmy will sneak up somewhere. This is Mr. Miller. His wife was just up to the left. There's Jimmy down there in the corner. We'll eventually get him in the picture. We were proud of them. This is outside. This is Kurt Neely and her husband. And it was on Easter. And this is others. They're having their Easter egg hunt. It's still a highlight of our church for the children. There's Dolores Harrison. I can recognize some of them. This is the Blake's little grandson. There's youngest son's baby, first baby. And his wife. I can't think of his name. This was all the children that went forward and professed faith in Jesus Christ on Easter morning. And here is the Wiley boy and the other one in their Easter egg hunt. There was Pauline Brindley. There's Norma Wiley and Paul Dean. And we have Brother Muir's family again. There we're doing. Then we had this Bible a cake to represent how we felt. Then we're into it's a little mission project with our youth, and they really enjoy these little get-togethers and banquets. We had the speakers. I'm amazed at our own daughter at how much she's grown. There's Ray DeWeese. You might know he'd have something to eat. This is down at Ironton. We went to the old folks home and had our picnic down there, and then we put a program on. Our youth choir sang for the seniors down there, and they really enjoyed it. That's Mr. Hutchison, Mr. Harrison, they're both Harrisons. This is Norman Winthrop Wiley. Now, you will see from time to time the jokes that people like to play on each other. Ray broke the seat in the bench there, and Winthy's going to pour water on him, but don't worry, Ray will get even with him later in the film. Grandpa Wiley, I like this picture of Brother Muir. This is Mr. Lee Hutchison.